Well, hey there. Happy Wednesday evening and welcome to Quick Find History Live, where we do our very best to have a little fun with history. You can catch us live normally each Sunday evening and sometimes like tonight on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time. We have a little different and challenging show for you here tonight with 3 fresh new categories all rolled up into one remarkable, fun, and educational game show. We'll be watching our robots paint, listening to my clues, and you will be making your guesses as we first count down the top 20 tourist cities across the world. Then test your mystery IQ with the top 20 fascinating unsolved mysteries. We'll see how well the robots paint that. And then finally, we will explore and learn about the top 20 turning points in world history. Again, a challenge for our robots. And if y'all stick around, we do have a bonus round available if we have some hardcore people on hand at the time. Now, please do check in the chat. Say hello. Feel free to comment. If I see questions come in, I'll do my best to address all of those as we go. Hey, Ramis, what's going on? Good to see you. I'm sure everyone will trickle in. Anyway, it should be interesting tonight. Little different for the robots to have to paint some of these subjects. So we will see how they do. Okay, well, you know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. I do give some clues along the way. And this first category won't be too challenging. It's the top 20 tourist cities across the world. They might start a little tough. Number 20. Known as the city of 100 spires due to its many Gothic and Baroque churches. It is home to the medieval clock that puts on an animated show every hour. Its famous bridge is lined with statues and connects the old town to a castle. This town is a haven for beer lovers, offering some of the best and cheapest brews in Europe. Anyway, remember now, we're doing the top tourist cities in the world. This city's castle complex is the largest ancient castle in the world. It's not Stockholm, not Stockholm. It is in Europe. I'll give you that. It is on my bucket list. I haven't been there and I would very much like to go there. It's supposed to be lots of cool medieval architecture in this city. Not Berlin. Not Berlin. Going once, going twice. This is Prague in the Czech Republic. Prague. The Charles Bridge in Prague is said to have eggs mixed into its mortar for extra strength. Now that's a bit of trivia. All right, next up, number 19 on our tour around the world, top tourist destination cities. This is a city where traffic jams include boats on the river, not just cars on the streets. It is famous for a bustling market where vendors sell goods from their boats. It is home to a massive reclining golden Buddha statue. And I think that's inside this building that we're looking at here. And of course, we're looking out over the water there. Street food here is legendary. That's a key clue. Mango sticky rice is a popular. Its royal palace is one of the most stunning architectural sites in Asia. Maybe that's what we're looking at there. Asia. Buddha statue. There you go. Rhombus head. Correct you are. It is Bangkok, Thailand. Bangkok's full ceremonial name is the longest city name in the world. How come they didn't tell me? I'm gonna have to look that up now. All right. That was number 19. So that means we're gonna try number 18. Makes sense. This is the only major city in the world, excuse me, that spans 2 continents. That's weird. This was once known as the Byzantine and later as, Byzantium. This was once known as Byzantium. And later, incorrect, Alex. Hey, you're just saying hello. What's going on? Correct you are. Correct you are, Rumpus. Home to a grand dome structure that has been a church, a mosque, and now a museum. That's what we're looking at there, obviously, on the Hagia Sophia. Its famous blue-tiled mosque is one of the most stunning in the world. Now, that's a different one. They have some cool churches. Istanbul, Turkey. Istanbul, Turkey. It's on my bucket list as well. Istanbul, and I guess Istanbul is a stop to a lot of places. If you're flying from the States somewhere, Istanbul's a good midpoint. So I'll probably get to go there sometime. Cats are deeply respected here. Many roam the streets like VIPs. Did you know that? The cats are VIPs. Yeah, you got it. Constantinople. That's right. All right, we're on to number 17. Again, we're doing the top tourist destinations, cities around the world. This is a city that transformed the desert outpost into a global luxury hub. It is home to the tallest building in the world. It features a man-made island shaped like a palm tree. Its mall has an indoor ski slope, despite being in the desert. Yes, correct. Ramos is on a roll. He knows his cities. You've been traveling, Ramos. Famous for extravagant hotels, including one shaped like a sail. Yeah, I don't have that. There's the tallest building. There's the tallest building in the background there. Dubai is correct, of course. Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. The police force here has luxury patrol cars, including Lamborghinis. Did you know the police had Lamborghinis in Dubai? Nice. And there is a ski slope. So that's all right, you guys are doing pretty well. We're down to number 16. Next up. This one might be harder. See if you can do it. Number 16. Nestled between mountains and the ocean, offering breathtaking views. Famous for a flat-top mountain that's a major hiking attraction. Home to a historic prison where a world-famous leader was once held prisoner. Penguins can be spotted on its beaches. Now that's weird. St. Helena. No, we are doing destination cities around the world. That's the ocean on the right there, you see. In case you're wondering. And penguins can be spotted on the beaches. This is a major gateway to South Africa's stunning wine regions. stunning wine. So you were correct. The St. Helena relates to the wine region. There you go. But what's the town? What town are we looking at? Who knows what this is? Anybody? Going once? Twice? Yeah, exactly. You got it at the last minute. The doctor, Cape Town, South Africa. You can take a cable car that rotates 360 degrees while ascending Table Mountain. There you go. We're down to number 15. Tourist destinations around the world. A city where towering skyscrapers meet lush green mountains. Can't tell much yet. This is home to a tram that climbs one of the steepest hills in the world for breathtaking views. Has a world-famous harbor light show every night. Every night. That's cool. It's one of the best places to enjoy dim sum and street food. Alex, I think you're onto something there. That's not the complete answer. No, it's not Sydney. It's not Sydney. This is a little bit of an unusual view the robots chose, but it features a Disneyland that blends Western and Chinese culture. Yeah, Rhombus. You are correct. Shanghai is a decent guess, too. I guess it could be any of them, right? It's not the best picture of Hong Kong. Hong Kong, China. More Rolls Royces per capita are found here than anywhere else in the world. There's a bit of trivia for you. Hong Kong. Next up. This one's harder. Good luck. This is known as the Paris of South America due to its European-style architecture. Tango was born on its lively streets. It is home to one of the most beautiful bookstores in the world, which was housed in a former theater. What's a familiar name, eh? Kind of hard to tell. Famous for its mouth-watering steaks and Malbec wine. Yeah, Rhombus. Oh, Doctor, you had it first, I guess. Doctor and Rhombus both know. You guys been there? Hey, Arena. Good to see you. Of course. Its colorful La Boca district is an artist's dream. Sounds like a cool city. I'm going to have to put it on my bucket list, I think. Tango was born in its lively streets. How about that? Buenos Aires, Argentina. The city has the widest avenue in the world. I guess that's it. I guess that's the wide avenue. Down to number 13. Tourist destinations around the world. A city-state known for being incredibly clean and green. It is home to one of the world's most futuristic-looking hotels with an infinity pool on the top. I think that's what we're looking at in the picture, in case you can't tell. It features a towering indoor waterfall inside an airport. Correct! Doctor! Its famous night zoo offers an after-dark safari experience. The city bans chewing gum to maintain cleanliness. Yeah, if you're caught chewing gum there, I hear they cane you. You get a stick and beat you. I wonder if that's true. I wonder if it's true. I don't know. Yeah, Singapore. So Singapore is both the city and the state. It is a city-state. We don't have very many of those anymore. Kind of like Las Vegas. I guess not. Singapore is one of the only cities in the world with a real super tree garden. I don't know what that means. I guess they have a super tree. Cool. I guess that's on my bucket list too, Singapore. All right, number 12 with a bullet. This city is known for a famous opera house. A massive bridge is nicknamed the Coat Hanger. It has one of the most famous surf beaches in the world. I guess you're right, Rob. You're correct. Correct. I guess, Rhombus, you beat out the doctor on that one. You guys are head to head. You can climb to the top of its famous harbor bridge. It's the largest city in its country, but it is not the capital. That's right. What's the capital of Australia? Australia. You are correct. This is Sydney. Sydney, Australia. Sydney's Opera House took 14 years to build. It was originally expected to take only 4. So that Opera House had precast concrete pieces. And each curve is slightly different. Put the precast together. I think it's post-tension too, which means then they pull the cables real tight inside. Anyway, a little bit of extra trivia for you. All right, number 11. You probably already get this one from the picture. This city has a massive statue that overlooks it from the mountain. Its Carnival Festival is the largest and most colorful in the world. It is home to 2 of the most famous beaches, Copacabana and Ipanema. Yeah, you got it, Doctor. Alex. Rhombus. Rio de Janeiro. Sugarloaf Mountain offers one of the best views in South America. Samba music and dance fill the streets during festivals. I bet. And you are all correct. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Brazil. The Christ the Redeemer statue was struck by lightning and lost a fingertip in 2014. Did you know that? The statue lost its fingertip from the lightning. That's weird. These fun facts are nice bits of trivia on this round. Yeah. Thank you, robots. Yeah, exactly. I wonder which finger. Number 10, halfway home. This city is famous for its scenic canals and biking culture. Its tulip fields are some of the most colorful in the world. It is home to an artist museum featuring sunflower paintings. You can visit the historic house where Anne Frank wrote her diary. Correct. Correct you are. Walnuts. What's going on? Good to see you. And you come in with the right answer. We like that. Many of its homes lean slightly forward due to being built on wooden foundations. There you go. That's right, this is Amsterdam. Now, I could have shown the red light district. Or like a marijuana barge. But forget what movie that was. Cheech and Chong movie? I think I'm remembering the wrong thing. Anyway, that should be on my bucket list too. Amsterdam. There are more bikes than people in this city. So there you go. A little bit more trivia. We are doing famous tourist destinations around the world. Next up. This city is known as the Eternal City. That's funny. Home to a historic amphitheater and once hosted gladiator battles. The smallest country in the world is located within its borders. Extra credit to name that country. Tossing a coin into its famous fountain is said to ensure a return visit. Correct. The doctor has it. This is it called the Spanish Steps? Is that right? And is that the fountain where you throw the money in and it ensures your return? Features ancient ruins from one of the greatest empires in history. No, this isn't Moscow. I like it. I don't think Moscow has that big of hills. I guess it kind of does. I've been to downtown Moscow a couple times and I love it there. The old city center is pretty cool and I love the metro. But this is Rome, Italy. Of course, Rome. Yeah, we all know about Rome on this show. We do lots of Roman stuff. We're down to number 8. Tourist destinations throughout the world. This one is known as the Big Apple. Home to a massive green statue gifted by France. It features a square that lights up 24/7 with electronic billboards. Yes. I think everybody's going to get this one. Broadway theaters bring famous musicals, and plays to life. Central Park is a giant green oasis in the middle of the skyscrapers. So yeah, that's a fairly recent picture, right? That's the Freedom Tower on the left there. Yeah. All right. This is New York, New York. USA. New York's subway system has over 472 stations, more than any city in the world. There you go. Because the Moscow one's too efficient. Doesn't have that many stops. You know what? Moscow's not on this list, but it should be. It should be. All right, we're down to number 7. Ooh, this will be a little harder to get. Robots had a hard time getting a picture of this one. A bustling marketplace city with colorful souks. I've never seen that word before. S-O-U-K-S. I guess it's an Arabic thing. Don't know. Souks. Home to an ancient palace filled with intricate tile work. Kowloon, I like that. Where's that? Where's Kowloon? This is not Kowloon. The city's main square comes alive with snake charmers and performers. This is where the snake charmers are. There's probably snake charmers in Iran too. This is not Venice. All good guesses. Famous for its aromatic spices and mint tea, a gateway to the vast Sahara Desert. No, Baghdad. Good guess. Good guess. I don't think Baghdad's much of a tourist destination these days. at one time, perhaps, maybe in the future. But this is a tourist destination, and this is the gateway to the Sahara Desert. Cairo's a good guess. Could just as well be Cairo, I guess. This is Marrakesh, Morocco. Marrakesh, Morocco. That makes sense? The walls of the city are pinkish red, giving it the nickname the Red City. I think it could have been a better picture. Next up, number 6. This is a city where ancient temples stand alongside neon-lit skyscrapers. It is known for its high-tech bullet trains and futuristic toilets. I guess that's something you remember when you go there. You remember the high-tech toilets. The world's busiest pedestrian crossing is here. Yes, correct. You got it. Dr. Rhombus, you guys got it. You can see Mount Fuji on a clear day. Not in this picture. This is more the bustling street picture. Home to an intersection with giant anime billboards and cosplayers. So that's kind of like their Times Square, I guess, huh? Cool. Definitely on my bucket list. Definitely on my bucket list. Yes, indeed, this is Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo has a robot-run hotel where AI assistants check you in. So I bet my robots decided they were gonna give you that clue. One robot to the other. There you go. Okay, we're down to the top 5. Top 5. This city has a massive clock tower, often mistaken as being named Big Ben. A famous double-decker bus and black taxi can be spotted everywhere. The royal family's home is a major tourist attraction. So these are getting pretty easy towards the end, aren't they? But that's okay, because the next round's gonna break you guys. Its underground train system is nicknamed the Tube. The river Thames, or do you say that Thames or Thames? Flows through this capital city, or some other way. Oh, anyway, you guys all know. This is London. London, England. Good picture. London has more Indian restaurants than Mumbai. Now that's a little bit of trivia for you. You want good Indian food? You go to London. Heard it here first on Quick Bite History Live. All right, London was number 5. That gives us 4 more to go on top tourist destinations throughout the world. All right, here we go. A city famous for its beautifully preserved temples and shrines. Known for its stunning cherry blossoms in the spring. You can see geishas walking in the historic Gion district. Home to a bamboo forest that looks like something out of a fairy tale. Correct. Good job, you guys. You guys know what you're doing. Have you been there? Who's been to Kyoto? Kyoto, definitely on my bucket list as well. Architecturally speaking, the Golden Pavilion is one of its most breathtaking sights. Yes, Kyoto, Japan. And I guess there's the old village kind of feel all the way around, leading to the temples and stuff. At least that's what the pictures look like. I haven't been there, but I'd like to go. Kyoto, Japan. Kyoto was originally considered as a target for the atomic bomb, but was spared due to its cultural importance. Well, what do you know? What do you know? The world enders did not make the mistake of bombing Kyoto. It was bad enough. I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. Okay, top three. Top three. All right, here we go. Top three tourist cities in the world. Home to a massive, still unfinished cathedral designed by Antonio Gaudí. It has a famous pedestrian street called La Rambla. La Rambla. You can visit a surreal-looking park filled with colorful mosaics. Correct. Walnuts. You been there, Walnuts? You sound like you've been there. Tapas and sangria are must-try delicacies here. The city has one of the most successful football teams in the world, or as we say in America, soccer teams. It's very confusing when we talk about football. Or it's America. The Sagrada Familia has been under construction for over 140 years. Well, you know, the plans were complex. You know, you have to get all the permits. Barcelona, Spain, of course. Barcelona, Spain. Oh, got robbed there. That's not good. Not good. I'm not going to include that in the Quick Fight History rundown. We're not going to include that. All right, number 2. Known as the City of Light, home to one of the most famous art museums in the world, a towering iron structure is its most iconic landmark. This is a little bit of an unusual angle you don't see as often. The cafe culture and croissants are world famous. Yes, of course. Keep saying Moscow. I mean, Moscow should be on the list. It's not. It's not on the list. The Seine River, Seine, right? Seine River flows through this romantic city. The romantic city. I haven't been. I've been to the airport twice, and that ain't that great. Real hassle getting around that airport. But I have not been in the town. Paris, France. The Eiffel Tower was once meant to be temporary, and it was almost torn down. Somebody said, let's keep it. I like it. I don't remember that, but that sounds funny. All right, number 1 with a bullet. Who can guess? Go ahead, guess right now. That's it. That's the whole picture. I'm going to stop the presses. A city built on water with no cars, just boats. It's known for its annual mass carnival festival. Correct, Walnut. St. Mark's Square is one of the most famous gathering spots. A bridge here is called the Bridge of Sighs. Bridge of Sighs. Now, why do they call it the Bridge of Sighs? I don't know. What do you guys know? The sinking problem has led to ongoing preservation efforts. Yeah, it's got some issues if the water keeps going up, huh? Yeah. This is Moscow when there's a flood. This is the Moscow River coming up into the Kremlin. Right here. No, this is Venice. Venice, Italy. Venice is made up of over 100 islands connected by canals and bridges. All right. Well, so that wasn't too hard, right? I mean, that was pretty easy. That's pretty straightforward, kind of like the other rounds we've done. Anyway, but the next two rounds are both going to be a little more obscure because we're going to be asking not for people or locations or buildings like we like to do, but we're going to be asking for, next up will be the 20 most fascinating unsolved mysteries. So the robots will be trying to depict a mystery for you. So keep that in mind. Listen to the clues, maybe a little more than usual. We'll get going. Bring it on! So you say bring it on. That's like my favorite movie of all time. You guys know what I'm talking about? Pretty funny. Pretty campy. All right. Well, top 20 most fascinating unsolved mysteries. Here we go. A 72-second radio signal detected from deep space with no known source. It was named after the surprised reaction of the astronomer who discovered it. This is going to be challenging. I'll be watching the answer. No, rhombus, walnuts. You guys are fast. How'd you guys get that? Some believe it was a message from an intelligent extraterrestrial civilization. The signal came from the direction of Sagittarius. Did you know that? A 72-second radio signal. Wow. Yes, and you are correct. It is the WOW signal. The WOW signal. Now, who knows what year they detected the WOW signal? Any guesses as to what year they detected the WOW signal? The exact frequency of the WOW signal is 1420 megahertz. And that's naturally emitted by hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. Yeah, it was the 70s. You're right. You're right. It was 1977. 1977. The WOW signal. Okay, you guys know how this is done. You did good. This one's kind of similar. Let's see you get this one. A mysterious, low-frequency humming sound heard in a small New Mexico town. Well, that was an awfully good clue. Not everyone can hear it, making it a scientific and psychological puzzle. Some theories suggest industrial machinery or military experiments. Others believe it's caused by underground geological activity. The true cause remains unknown, and similar sounds have been reported worldwide. Is there a Arizona Buzz, or isn't that like a minor league baseball team? The Arizona Buzz? No, it's not the minor league baseball team. Hey, remember I said New Mexico. New Mexico. It's a town in New Mexico. They first heard it in the 1990s. Good job, Walnuts. I appreciate your little side conversation. This is the Taos hum. You know where Taos is? Taos, New Mexico? Right near Santa Fe, up in the mountains. Good ski spot. The Taos hum. Taos hum. Oh well, learn something every day. All right. Now this one's always on the list of historic mysteries. This is a book filled with unknown symbols and bizarre illustrations. Despite centuries of effort, no one has successfully deciphered its text. The pages contain images of unidentifiable plants and astrological charts. Some believe it's an elaborate hoax, while others think it holds ancient secrets. You knew, Rhombus. Very good. You've been reading up on your mysteries. That is correct. The Voynich manuscript. Voynich. Who knows when it's supposed to be from? What year or what century? Let's say what century is it from? It is named after the rare book dealer who brought it to the public's attention. I don't know. It sounds like a hoax to me. Hey, Brad. Didn't see you there. What's going on? Yeah, it's 1400s. That's correct. 15th century. Right? Oh, doctor. The Voynich manuscript. All right, we're doing mysteries. They're not really in order of date or anything. It's like the biggest mysteries. So these are the lesser mysteries. We'll get down to the big ones later. A serial killer who taunted police with cryptic letters and ciphers. He operated mainly in Northern California and targeted young couples. His coded messages remain partially unsolved. Mystery. One of the most infamous cold cases in American history. Still unsolved. Correct, Brad. I think you had it first. I think Brad had it first. Rhombus, Doctor, everybody's got it. The Zodiac Killer. And what years was the Zodiac operational? You guys remember? In 2020, a team of cryptographers cracked one of the Zodiac's unsolved ciphers after 51 years. Yeah, pretty much. It was late 60s, early 70s, right? Yeah, Clint Eastwood got it. Was the story in one of the movies, the Clint Eastwood movies, that he got him? Got the Zodiac Killer? I'm not sure about that. Which one? Sounds like misinformation or disinformation. Perhaps malinformation. Yeah. Do you feel lucky, punk? We're not doing Clint Eastwood tonight. All right, this is way back. A bizarre event where dozens of people danced for days without stopping. Some danced until they collapsed or even died. No music was playing, yet the victims couldn't control themselves. Sounds like some good psychedelics to me. I don't know what your theory is. Theories include mass hysteria, religious fervor, and poisoning. Brad's birthday party. Send us an invite. Send us an invite. Dance Macabre. Was it also called that? This is fairly famous in the mystery books. This strange plague faded away as mysteriously as it started. Some researchers think ergo, a fungus that grows on rye, might have caused hallucinations leading to the dance frenzy. The dance frenzy. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't see you guys had that way back. I see Rhombus has it way up there. Maybe others did too. The dancing plague of 1518 in Strasbourg, France. So there's the complete answer. Very good. I guess you had it way back there, Rhombus. All right. This is an interesting one. A commercial airliner vanished mid-flight with 239 people on board. Its last known location was over the Indian Ocean, but no distress signal was sent. Despite years of searching, only a few pieces of debris have been found. There you go. You got even the right number. Who knows what year that was? Who knows what year that was? MH370 is indeed correct. Theories range from mechanical failure to deliberate hijacking. It remains one of the greatest aviational mysteries of all time. Not 2018. Not 2021. It's longer. It's a longer time ago than you would think. Time flies when we're all having so much fun. Some of the debris that washed ashore were identified as coming from the aircraft, but its black box remains missing. It was in the year 2014. 2014. MH370. Do you remember that the CNN guys thought it was like a black hole or a different universe or something? Pretty sure. Yeah, suicide mission by the pilot was my favorite theory back in the day. Okay, number 14. A linen cloth believed by some to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ. It bears the faint image of a man who appears to have been crucified. Correct. You guys are getting it so fast I have to watch. Brad, it looks like maybe you have it first. Carbon dating suggests it originated from the Middle Ages, but its authenticity is debated. Scientists still don't know how the image was created. Some claim it contains supernatural properties. Yeah, you got some fast landline down there in Orange County. You got some fiber. Brad's on fiber. Cheater. Stuart would be complaining. Where's Stuart? Yes, the Shroud of Turin. It was first mentioned in 1354. So that's been around for a while, that mystery. There you go. Now, I've never heard of this next one, so good luck. A set of 3 encrypted messages supposedly revealing the location of buried treasure. Only one of the ciphers has been partially solved. The treasure is said to contain gold, silver, and jewels worth millions. Many believe the ciphers are a hoax, while others continue searching. Any guesses yet? The treasure, if real, remains undiscovered. So this is some ciphers. The solved portion of the ciphers were decoded using U.S. Declaration of Independence. Codex Maximus. But we're making up a story. Anybody know this one? I had never heard of this one. I had never heard of this. This is some blank ciphers. 1880. The Beale, B-E-A-L-E ciphers. Anybody? Anybody heard of that? Not me. Okay. There you go. Stumped you. Stumped me. Everybody knows the next one. A legendary advanced civilization said to have disappeared beneath the ocean. Described by ancient Greek philosopher Plato, or Plato if you prefer. I like Plato. I'm going to go with Plato from now on. Some believe it was inspired by real lost cities like Thera or Doggerland. Who knows where Doggerland is? Biel, yeah. Like Jessica Biel. Exactly. And yeah, everybody knows this is it. Yes. I think Rhombus's spelling is more correct. There were no ants. There were no ants. No ants. This was Atlantis by Plato. 360 BCE. There you go. Theories suggest it was destroyed by an earthquake, tsunami, or volcano. Oh. Hey, Siri's talking to me. Hey, Siri, you got to turn yourself off. So, has anybody else got the new Apple stuff with the Siri and everything and start talking to you in the middle and everything else? Interrupting the show. Anybody know where Doggerland is? Okay. Well, sorry, we're halfway to the next one. Who knows what this next one is? Anybody know? Who knows this one? You got a clue? A group of experienced hikers were found dead in the Russian Ural Mountains. Here we go. Near Moscow. Some had unexplained injuries, including missing body parts and radiation traces. I hate that combo when you get the missing body parts and the radiation problems. Very good. Very good. You guys know your mysteries. Looks like Walnuts had that one. In North Sea for the doctor answering the Doggerland question, I see. Very good. Yes. How do we pronounce this? Dyatlov Pass Incident, 1959. Theories include avalanche, secret military tests, and paranormal forces. The official cause of death was declared unknown. Compelling force. Yeah, I think so. I think Walnut got it. All right, let's see you get this one. A strange underwater rock formation off the coast of the Bahamas. Some believe it is evidence of the lost city of Atlantis. It's not very impressive. The rocks are arranged in a straight line resembling a man-made road. Scientists debate whether it's a natural formation or an ancient structure. No artifacts or signs of human activity have been found nearby. Yeah, I kind of think this is a natural formation. I don't know what you guys think. But it's a famous mystery. It was discovered in 1968. Does anybody know the name of this place? Yeah, I know. I didn't remember the name either. I'm familiar with it. Some divers claim the rocks show signs of being shaped by tools, but no definitive proof exists. Yeah, this is the Bimini Road. Bimini Road. That sound familiar? Bimini Road. That was number 10. We're halfway home on mysteries. History's mysteries. Mysteries from a history. All right, this one's pretty cool. A serial killer terrorized London's Whitechapel district, brutally murdering women. Despite numerous suspects, his identity has never been confirmed. Some letters, supposedly from the killer, were sent to the police. Yeah, correct. But what would be the mystery? How about a better answer? The mystery is Modern forensic attempts have yielded inconclusive results. The mystery remains one of the most infamous unsolved crimes in history. So the mystery is the identity of Jack the Ripper. I guess you guys got it. I have to give it to you. 1888. 1888. Over 100 people have been proposed as possible suspects, including artists, doctors, and even royalty. Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew. I guess he's not old. Reincarnation. All right. You guys got that pretty fast. Wasn't that fun? All right. Number 8. History's mysteries. The first English colony in America mysteriously vanished. The only clue left behind was a word carved into a post. No human remains or signs of struggle were ever found. No human remains. Theories range from starvation to integration with the local Native American tribes. The fate of the colonists remains unknown. That's correct. Jamestown is incorrect. Thank you, Brad, for moderating. Brad, when you come, I'll make you the moderator so you can throw some of these yahoos out that come in and disturb the game. All right, anybody remember what this is? Some claim the word Croatoan has appeared in other unexplained disappearances throughout history. Croatoan, remember that? Croatoan was the word that was left carved in the post, and this was the Roanoke colony. Yeah, there you go, Doctor. You had it at the last minute. Stuart's in the house with the win. Welcome, Stuart. Good to see you. Anyway, we're on mysteries. We're down to number 7. History's mysteries. A fired clay disc covered in mysterious symbols arranged in a spiral. It was found on a Greek island of Crete. The writing system remains undeciphered. The purpose of the disc is unknown. Was it a calendar? A religious artifact? Or something else? Anybody know the name of this? What's the name of this thing? No other examples of its script have been found. It's kind of like the Mayan calendar, right? But it was found in Crete. Found in Crete. Some believe the disc could be the earliest known example of a printing press. Huh? So you could like stamp, it was like a stamp. That's cool. Anybody remember the name of this thing? I doubt it. This is the Phaistos disc. Phaistos disc. It was discovered in 1908. It's like a stamp. There you go. Greek. Mystery. History's mysteries. Number 6. Carved from clear quartz and shaped like human skulls. Said to have mystical or supernatural powers. Some claim they were made by ancient Mesoamerican civilizations. This is like made by the Olmecs. Olmec. Yeah, Rumbas. Wasn't this on Indiana Jones? Didn't Didn't he have some crystal skulls? Despite skepticism, they continued to be a source of fascination. A famous crystal skull was featured in the Indiana Jones movie. There you go. I just needed to read further. Discovered in the 19th century. Crystal skulls. Vodka bottle. Good theory. Although, if it was down in Mexico, probably tequila. No? Crystal skulls. Yeah, it sounds a little fishy to me, but who knows? I guess they found them. I don't know. All right, we are down to the top 5 mysteries in history. Here we go. A region in the Atlantic Ocean where ships and planes have mysteriously disappeared. Well, that should be the only clue you need. Bordered by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Big area. Some incidents have logical explanations, but others remain strange. Yes, correct. Correct. Brad, I think that fiber is helping you out and get those answers pretty quick. But that would suggest that you're getting my signals fairly quickly. So how does that work? Maybe you're getting my cellular signal. Some incidents have logical explanations, but others remain strange. Theories range from magnetic anomalies to alien activity. Despite the mystery, thousands of ships and planes travel safely through it every year. I was on a cruise there just recently. Definitely. The Bermuda Triangle. Popularized in the 20th century. Yeah, I don't put much stock in the Bermuda Triangle mystery. But the robots like it. Number 5. Number 5. Oh, did you know that the U.S. Navy does recognize the Bermuda Triangle as a real hazard? All right. Well, you guys all know this one, making its 10th appearance on Quick Bite History Live. A prehistoric monument made of massive stone slabs. Aligned with astronomical events like summer solstice, no written records explain its true purpose. Yeah, you guys know. You guys know this one. The stones were transported from miles away without modern tools. Theory suggests it was a calendar, temple, or a burial site. They don't have a clue. So I guess that's the mystery. The mystery of Stonehenge is why the hell they built it. What the heck? Some stones weigh over 25 tons and were transported from 150 miles away. And so some say that, it was for astronomical alignment, so you could tell when certain seasons were or something. But that doesn't make any sense, right? Because you could just put a stick in the ground and do the same thing. So I don't think I'd do 25-ton rocks when I could just stick a stick in the ground. Right? Anyway, mystery of Stonehenge. Down to the top 3 mysteries of history. Next up, giant stone heads carved by the Rapa Nui people. No one knows exactly how they were moved across the island. Some statues have full bodies buried underground. Did you know that? These are the heads, and the rest of their body was all buried. That's weird. Their purpose remains debated. Were they religious icons or tribal markers? Yeah, Easter Island, the What are the statues called? Anybody know what they're called? What are the statues called? They're called something. The blank statues of Easter Island. The blank statues of Easter Island. And they don't really know when they were built. They're saying 1250 to 1500, but they're not sure. Tiki. Not tiki. Egg. Not egg. Not egg, not tiki. They are the blank statues of Easter Island. They are the Moai. That sound familiar? M-O-A-I. Moai statues of Easter Island. Some Moai statues were placed with their backs to the ocean. I don't know why. I don't understand. All right, number 2. Oh, well, we know this one. One of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and the only one still standing. I think our mysteries are getting pretty easy at the end here. Our top mysteries, we all know. Built with massive stone blocks, each weighing several tons. No one knows exactly how the ancient Egyptians constructed it. Yeah, it's not much of a mystery. They piled the rocks up. Its alignment with celestial bodies is precise. Secret chambers may still be hidden inside. Well, that's kind of mysterious. I don't know about the robots. Who knows the year? What's the year they've placed for the pyramid being complete? Great Pyramid. Who knows what year it was built? The Great Pyramid of Giza. Who knows the year? Secret chambers may still be hidden inside. The Great Pyramid was the tallest man-made structure for 3,800 years. So there's a clue. Who knows the year? 3,000 is pretty close. Ballpark. That's a ballpark. Well, and a lot of people are theorizing they were built well before this, but they're crediting it to 2560 BCE. 2560 BCE. And number 1. Okay, so this one's tricky. This is the biggest question in science and philosophy. The Big Bang Theory is one theory. No one knows what came before it. What's the mystery? Some theories suggest parallel universes or cycles of expansion and contraction. So what's the number 1 mystery of history? Yeah, I'll give it to Doctor. What we're really looking for is the origin of the universe is the mystery. What's the origin? How did it start? The mystery continues to spark debate among scientists and thinkers. The universe is still expanding and faster than ever. All right, well, that was a little weird, right? Because it was hard at the beginning. The mysteries were very hard in the beginning, and then at the end, they got too easy. I don't know. It was worth a try. You know, we got to branch out. We do enough of these games, you know, we gotta branch out a little. So the next one is a little bit similar, although it's a little more of a tieback. So the next category is going to be the top 20 turning points in world history. So we're going to be looking for what were the key events that kind of move things forward. And this will be kind of in chronological order. We're going to start around at the birth of civilization, basically recorded history, I guess, and then we'll move on forward. So here we go. Enough talk. 20 turning points in world history. You know the rules, robots paint, you guess. I do give a few clues along the way to help you out. Top 20 turning points in world history. Good luck. Humans stopped hunting and gathering and started farming. Led to the development of permanent settlements. This allowed for the population growth and rise of civilizations. What was the turning point? Crops and domesticated animals became essential for survival. This shift marked the beginning of human societies as we know them. Yeah, doctor's got the exact correct answer. The agricultural revolution. Yeah. And that was around 10,000 BCE. So that was a good turning point, right? So now you get the way it's played. Now you get the way it's played. That was a pretty big one. This shift marked the beginning of human societies as we know them. Wheat and barley were some of the first crops cultivated during this period. So they had beer early on. There you go. Tetro, what's up, man? All right, here we go. Number 19 on the turning points in history. One of the earliest written legal codes in history, created by a Babylonian king. Babylonian. Established the principle of an eye for an eye. Correct, Doctor. Citro. You guys got it. Pretty impressive. Inscribed on a massive stone for all to see. It set the foundation for modern legal systems. Did you know that? So this is the very top of the stone that they're showing here, and then the whole code was all the way around the cylinder as you go down. So if I would have showed you that, you would have gotten it better, right? You would have known then. Who knows the year? Anybody know the year? Of the Hammurabi Code. Code of Hammurabi. Legal code. First legal code. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Who knows the year? Anybody? Not that old. Not that old. Remember, these are kind of in chronological, so we're going to get closer and closer. 1754 BCE. Each one, so chronological, getting closer to the modern day. Closer to now. Number 18. The idea that citizens should govern themselves. First developed in an ancient Greek city-state. Turning points in history. Required male citizens to vote directly on laws. Yeah, Tetro, I think that's the answer we're looking for. I mean, it's not the full answer, I would say. It's pretty much the answer we're looking for. Influence modern democratic governments. The term means rule by the people. So yeah, the birth of democracy. The birth of democracy in, where was it? Where was the birth of democracy? In what year? Anybody know? Where was it? And when was it? This is the birth of democracy. Athens is correct. And And it was 5th century BC. So not that long ago. 5th century. So when you're going backwards, how's that work? 400s, I guess? Does it work the same? Or is it the 600s? I don't know which. That's a little bit too much of a mind twist. All right, number 17. A young king who never lost a battle. His empire stretched from Greece to India. Correct, Doctor. Correct, Stuart. Correct, Tetra. Everybody's correct. What would you say is the full answer I'm looking for? What is, on Jeopardy, what is, his sudden death left his empire divided. His name is still used for cities today. The city of Alexandria in Egypt is one of over 20 cities named after him. So we're looking for the date, of course, and the actual name, the name of the turning point I was looking for is the conquest of Alexander the Great, is the great turning point that he created such a large empire, I guess. And it was in 4th century BC. 4th century. Just 100 years after the birth of democracy. No sooner do we get democracy than Alexander has to go and blow the whole thing. Number 16. Key points in history. This marked the end of ancient Rome. Well, so that's kind of it. Led to the beginning of the Middle Ages in Europe. Barbarian invasions played a major role. The empire's capital was sacked by Germanic tribes. The collapse left Europe divided into small kingdoms. So the official answer from history we're looking for is burning of Rome was one event within the key historical event that actually did unfold over a period of time. But there was a date, and probably the burning of Rome was this date. It is the fall of the Western Roman Empire, and that's a key thing, the Western Roman Empire. And the year was 476 CE. 476, the fall of the Western Roman Empire, a key event in history. The Eastern Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, continued for nearly 1,000 years more. So that's why, it's important to say the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Little did you know. Next up. Okay, important turning points in history. Number 15. A new religious movement that emerged in the Arabian Peninsula. It led to the creation of a vast and powerful empire. What is this? It introduced new advancements in science, medicine, and philosophy. Yeah, basically. So the historical event is... You have to read my mind to properly get these. The Holy Book is written in Arabic. The Islamic Golden Age produced breakthroughs in algebra, medicine, and astronomy. Well, so they're the guys who invented algebra. That wasn't a good thing. So the turning point in history that I was looking for is the spread of Islam. 7th century CE. So that was the glory days. All the way to Spain, right? How long did they own Spain? Quite a while. Quite a while. That's number 15. All right, here's a key event. This is a single event. A document that limited the power of a king. So that was the thing, right? That was the new thing. Signed in England after a rebellion by a nobleman. And if anybody knows the date of this, that's kind of an important thing too. Influenced modern constitutional law. That's correct. You have it correct, Doctor. Now, so it was the signing of the Magna Carta. Correct, Stuart. Stuart had it too. And what was the year? Anybody know? Key event, right? Established the idea that rulers, kings, are not above the law. Its name means Great Charter. Very good. But, you know, it's not 12:15 yet. In my time, it's 8:21. 12:15 is exactly correct. How'd you know that? Its name means Great Charter. The Magna Carta inspired the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. So way back in 1215 CE, that was a turning point in history. Here's another turning point in history. After that, one of the deadliest pandemics in human history. It wiped out nearly a third of Europe's population. It spread rapidly through fleas and rats. Yeah, I think Black Plague is probably right, Rhombus. That sounds good. Black Death is even more precise. But it was the bubonic plague, right? Isn't that basically what it was? It led to major economic and social changes. It's also known, yes, today as the bubonic plague. So that's what it was. There you go. Good job. You guys all got that one. You know your pandemics. Some medieval doctors wore bird-like masks. You know why they had those masks? You know why they had those beaks on there? Who knows? They put all these herbs and stuff in there, like plants and things inside there, and they thought the germs would fall in there, be killed by the herbs, be trapped in the beak. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yes, Black Death. 1350 CE. There you go. All right, next key event in history, turning point, some might say. It marked the end of the Byzantine Empire. So remember the Western Roman Empire fell, now the Byzantine fell. It led to the rise of the Ottoman Empire. A massive walled city was conquered by cannons and strategy. It shifted trade routes and changed the world history. The city was later named. So what was this event? It marked the end of the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, Rhombus, exactly correct. Exactly correct. Exactly correct. The fall of Constantinople is the official name in history that they call it. The Hagia Sophia, a famous church in Constantinople, was turned into a mosque after the conquest. So it was those Muslims, Islam, that took over. And it actually led to the rise of what they call the Ottoman Empire. There you go. Fall of Constantinople, 1453. Busy time. Busy time. All right, another key event in history. A European explorer set sail looking for Asia. Landed in the Caribbean instead. Better vacation. Opened the New World to European colonization. Correct. Now, what would I be looking for a complete answer for turning point in history? His voyages led to a massive global changes. He sailed with 3 ships. Who knows the 3 ships? I think we all know the year, 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Cristobal Colon, I believe. Cristobal Colon, I think. I could be mistaken. So the name I was looking for is Christopher Columbus's Voyage to the Americas. How about that? That's revisionist history. Columbus never actually set foot on the mainland of North America. Never. Never did. Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria Rhombus is correct. His 3rd trip, he was banned and imprisoned because he killed too many people. Yeah, there was controversy involved. So soon thereafter, something else happened over in good old Europe. It was started by a German monk challenging the Catholic Church. His 95 Theses criticized indulgences and church corruption. Not Hitler. This is before Hitler. 1517. Sparked religious wars across Europe. That's cool, right? It's always good to start wars across Europe. His name was Martin Luther, but what was the event? What do we call that in history? We call this event something. We call it something. The printing press helped spread Luther's ideas quickly. Now, what do we call this thing? It started in 1517. Well, Great Schism, yeah, it was called that, I guess. It was called that. But it has a more prominent name. And even I know this. Even I know this. Close, Medal. Medal's in the house. This was the Protestant Reformation. That ring a bell? Protestant Reformation. Anyway, you guys all knew it, but, we're trying to be precise around here. Because we always are. That's what the channel's all about. Precision in history. All right, number 9. What would be the name of this event? Or revolution, we'd call it. A period of major discoveries in physics, astronomy, and biology. Challenged traditional views of the universe. It included thinkers like Galileo, Newton, and Kepler. They were all part of this revolution. Introduced the idea that knowledge should be based on observation and experiment. There's another key clue. Very good, Tetro. Very good. That is the correct answer. It led to modern science as we know it. That's right, it's the scientific revolution. And according to the robots, it happened for a long time, 16th to 18th century. So there's no more science. The science happened between 16th and 18th century. Fun fact, Galileo was put on trial for suggesting that the Earth orbits the sun. Yeah, there you go. That's a fun fact. Number 8. Key events in history with moving forward in time. This was near and dear to all us Americans. A war for independence from British rule, sparked by unfair taxes and a lack of representation. It featured famous figures like George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. It inspired other revolutions around the world. Correct. Stuart, I think you have that first. You guys are starting to get it. We're about ready to go back and do the Founding Fathers again. It's about time. The American Revolution, of course. 1775 to 1783. Cool. The Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4th, 1776, but not everyone signed it on that day. Did you know that? Some people signed it later. Is that legal? Still, I think it's legal. The American Revolution, a key turning point in history. We're down to number 7. And remember now, the American Revolution inspired other revolutions. So, next up. Overthrew the monarchy in France. Introduced the ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Led to the execution of King Louis and Queen Marie Antoinette. Correct. Let's see, who had it first? Rhombus had it first, I think. And everybody got that one pretty close together. I like the way Alex types it better than you guys. So we're going to give Alex some credit for that. Let's see, it resulted in the rise, but it did result in the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. So it kind of created a gap. The revolution's symbol was the guillotine. Did you know that? The symbol of the revolution is the guillotine. I don't know, that's quirky. The French Revolution inspired many modern democratic movements worldwide. So the American Revolution and then the French Revolution. Inspired lots of revolutions. Still to this day, no doubt. Yeah. All right, we are doing turning points in history. Turning points in history. They're a little harder to draw, aren't they? Now this one's a little different. It's a revolution, and it transformed economies with machines and factories. It led to urbanization and mass production. It changed transportation with railroads and steam engines. No, it's not the Renaissance. That was a long time ago. We didn't even list the Renaissance, did we? It's kind of like scientific revolution was mixed in there. Yes, you are correct, Robus. Stuart, you have it. Madao. It's that smoke that you guys finally noticed. You knew it was the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution marked the beginning of modern industry. 18th to 19th centuries. So this happened late 1700s through the 1800s. There you go. The first factories were powered by water before steam took over. They used to have some machines that were run by just water pressure. Pretty weird. But then the steam. Oh, the steam. When the steam came along, that changed everything. The Industrial Revolution. All right, we are down to the top 5 turning points in history. Now we're staying in sequence, believe it or not. A movement to end forced labor and human trafficking. It was inspired by ideas of equality and human rights. Britain and the US were among the major countries to outlaw it. Former enslaved people like Frederick Douglass became key activists. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, free. I guess free the slaves is it. So Rhombus, you barely beat Stuart there, but I like Stuart's wording. Abolition of slavery is what I was looking for. But now had it too. Free the slaves. The abolition of slavery, 19th century. The British slave trade was abolished in 1807. Did you know that? The British did it first. 1834. Well, here it says 1807, but maybe it was in different sequences. Oh, wait. Here we go. You're right. The British slave trade was abolished in 1807, but slavery itself wasn't fully outlawed until 1833, which I don't know how that works, but anyway. Okay, next turning point in history. A global war triggered by the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. There's a song about that, right? Fight between the Allies and the Central Powers. That was the name, Central Powers. I like that. Introduced trench warfare and chemical weapons. The ugly war. Yes, you are all correct. Madame Rhombus Stewart. This is World War I. It led to the collapse of several empires, never to be seen again. The Treaty of Versailles officially ended it. Archduke Ferdinand. World War I helped bring about the first widespread use of airplanes in combat. Did you know that? Now, who knows the years of the war? From 19-something to 19-something. Who knows? What were the years of World War I? Anybody know? Yeah, excellent band. Excellent. Oh, so the band's called Franz Ferdinand, not the song. That's right. I thought it was the song. Yes, 14 to 18 is correct. That's correct. Well, so if number 4 was World War I, what's number 3? Did you know this? Number 3 was the deadliest conflict in human history. And it started when Germany invaded Poland. Correct, of course. It included events like the Holocaust and the atomic bombings of Japan. Crazy events. Wow. It ended with the rise of the United States and the Soviet Union superpowers. The United Nations was formed to prevent future wars. That didn't work out too good. But good idea. Concept was there. Anyway, let's see. 1939 to 1945, so a little longer. That's almost 6 years. I guess the invasion of Poland was 39, right? And then the atomic bombs were 45. So there you go, World War II. Yep, you got it, Stuart. Anyway, so obviously that was a turning point. So now we have 2 turning points left. And in theory, these are pretty big. Now, this one might be a little hard to get from the picture, but I'll give you a shot. Now, a tense rivalry between the US and Soviet Union was the beginning, and it featured events like the space race and the Cuban Missile Crisis. No direct war was ever fought, but proxy wars occurred worldwide. So yeah, the Cold War, and then how did the Cold War end? This is like a two-part answer. The Cold War and the... Anybody know? Turning point. What happened in 1991? Yeah, what happened in 1991, Alex? Oh yeah, the fall of the Berlin Wall was one of them. One of the things. And of course, this picture is what? Yeah, Paris, correct, of course. It's the fall of the Soviet Union is kind of the answer I was looking for, but yeah, all those things. And there's the boys in Moscow. Hoping they don't, hoping the revolution is real and they don't get, you know. There you go. No, okay, now the number one turning point and the most recent in history. Weird how that it's the number one and the most recent. Who knows what this is? It changed how humans communicate, work, and learn. It made information accessible in an instant. So I'm looking for the blank revolution and the... That's Sputnik. Oh, it kind of looks like Sputnik. Not really AI. I'm looking for something a little more generic. Connected people globally like never before. Continues to reshape the future of technology and society. What is this? What's the revolution? The internet is kind of the second part of the answer. The rise of the internet is the second part of the answer. But what's the first part? The blank revolution and the rise of the internet. The blank revolution and the rise of the internet. Anybody know? The digital revolution. The digital revolution and the rise of the internet. There you go. Well, so you can see when we try to branch out, it's a little harder. It's kind of fun. All right. Well, I don't know. You guys want to do bonus, or are you tired out tonight? You tell me. Let's see. Bonus. I got two 10-item rounds. I got Legendary Warriors and key events in the Middle Ages. So similar, but from the Middle Ages. Okay. Well, looks like we got a couple. The late arrivals, of course, are ready for bonus round. No doubt. All right, well, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let no grass grow. My software's got some weird thing that makes my picture go small when I switch files. I got to fix that. All right, we're doing warriors. Famous warriors. Legendary warriors. His mother dipped him in the river Styx, making him nearly invincible. He was a key figure in a war over a beautiful woman. And it always happens. His only vulnerable spot was his heel. Yes, correct, Doctor. But now, he is the central character in an epic poem by Homer. The Greek hero is synonymous with the strength and a famous weakness. And yes, you guys know, this is Mr. Achilles. And he's from Greece. Achilles is one of the most legendary figures in Greek mythology, celebrated for his prowess in battle and his tragic fate. There he is, Mr. Achilles. All right, we'll figure out the timing here on this one. All right, there we go. There he is, Achilles. Remember, we got 10 of these warrior guys. Number 2. Might be a little harder. He was known as the Scourge of God. I like that. By the Romans. The Romans didn't like this guy. His empire stretched from the Danube to the Baltic. He was feared across both the Western and Eastern Roman empires. Yeah, Doctor knows his warriors. He was feared across, I already said that. His invasions were relentless and aimed to conquer Rome. He was the most famous ruler of the Huns. Yes, Stuart. Yes, Stuart, your answer is more complete. And yet, I now see your answer on the last one, Rhombus, and yes, Brad Pitt is correct. I've told you the story when we had to sit really close to the screen at the Legends of the Fall movie with Brad Pitt. And my buddy that I'm with screams out at the beginning of the movie, "I'm so close I can smell Brad Pitt." It's pretty funny. It was funny at the time. Anyway, that was Attila. Number 3. He was originally a gladiator before leading to a revolt. His rebellion threatened the Roman Republic. He led a massive slave uprising in Italy. Though his revolt was crushed, his legacy endures. Correct. Stuart. Correct. What country was Spartacus from? Because it wasn't actually Greece, right? It was north of Greece. It was called Thrace, right? Thrace. This Thracian gladiator became a symbol of resistance against oppression. Spartacus is remembered as a symbol of defiance, whose struggle against the Roman Republic became a legend. Spartacus. I am Spartacus. All right. Number 4. We know this guy, making his 15th appearance on Quick Bite History Live. He was tutored by the philosopher Aristotle. His empire stretched from Greece to India. He never lost a battle in his entire military career. Yes, correct, of course. He has been on the show a lot. You know, when you study history, Alexander's kind of big. Alexander's big. By age 30, he had created one of the largest empires in history. He is known as the Great. He is one of the most celebrated conquerors in history. And so where do they say Alexander was from? Again, they don't call it Greece because it used to be like city-states, right? And so Greece really wasn't a thing yet. So Alexander the Great was from, I'll leave it to you guys, from Alexander the Great's conquest changed the course of history. Macedonia, of course. Yes, you guys know. You guys knew that. I couldn't trick you. I couldn't trick you. All right, here's my favorite. Number 5. He was a warrior king of a militaristic Greek city-state. He led a small force against a much larger Persian army. His last stand became a symbol of courage and sacrifice. The battle he is famous for took place at Thermopylae. Correct, Broncos. We'll do a deep dive on Alexander sometime. We'll go for the 20 little-known facts about Alexander, including his diet. This is Sparta. It's the guy down the hall. Leonidas the First of Sparta. The Spartan king is best remembered for leading the 300 Spartans. Yes, indeed. Leonidas the First heroism at the Battle of Thermopylae is a powerful symbol of bravery against overwhelming odds. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Number 6, famous warriors. He was one of the greatest military commanders in history. He famously crossed the Alps with a herd of war elephants. Now, I would have liked to have seen that. I mean, that must have been something. His tactics are still studied in military academies today. He posed as a significant threat to Rome during the Second Punic War. Yeah, you guys know. What was Hannibal's last name? And where was he from? What is Hannibal's last name and where is he from? This general is best known for his audacious campaign in Italy. Mr. Hannibal Blank is celebrated for his strategic genius and his daring military campaigns against Rome. Anyone remember? Hannibal from, surely you know where he's from. Hannibal Barca. Yeah, close, Doctor. Hannibal Barca, Carthage. Okay, next up. We're going to learn something. He was the king of Uruk. One of the earliest cities in human history. I mean, that's a fact to remember too, Uruk. His story is one of the earliest known works of literature. He sought immortality after the death of his friend Enkidu. Yeah, Rhombus knows. He is often depicted as a demigod and superhuman strength. This Sumerian hero is protagonist of an epic named after him. Yeah, so this was, part of it's a story, part of it's a myth. But anyway, I think most of it's true. The Epic of Gilgamesh is a foundational text in world history, exploring themes of friendship, mortality, and the quest for meaning. Who knew? And Robus knew it. Good job. All right. Now, this gal made an appearance last week on our show. She looked a little different. She was a queen of the Celtic tribe in Britain. She led a revolt against Roman occupation. Her forces destroyed Roman cities, including Londinium. Her uprising was ultimately defeated by the Romans. Yeah, I knew you guys would get that one. Nice spelling, Stuart. What was who was Boudica the queen of? Boudica the queen of. We went over this last week. Boudica of the blank tribe. The queen of the. No, it's not the Celts. I mean, they were Celts, I think. I stumped you guys. I like it. So Boudica, queen of the Iceni. Iceni, I-C-E-N-I. Iceni. There you go. Number 9. This is pretty cool. She made it on our warrior list. He was a Germanic chieftain who once served in the Roman army. This is a little more obscure. Good luck. He is best known for his role in a decisive battle against Rome. He orchestrated an ambush that annihilated 3 Roman legions. Well, he sounds pretty cool. The battle he led took place in the Teutoburg. Am I saying that right? Teutoburg forest. Teutoburg. I have to say it like Dutch. Teutoburg forest. I don't speak Dutch very good. All right. Who knows who this guy is? Germanic leader, celebrated as a national hero for halting Roman expansion. Yeah, a little more obscure. I hadn't heard of this guy until we started doing the games. His name is Arminius. Arminius, that's not familiar at all? From Germania. Arminius from Germania. There you go. Learn something every day. One quick bite of history live. I think you'll know this guy. He was a military strategist and a philosopher from ancient China. China. He is credited with writing a highly influential book on warfare. His work has been studied by military leaders for centuries. That's the key clue. But I read it fast. His teachings emphasize the importance of strategy and deception in battle. Yeah, Rumbos! This is the book guy. He is the author of The Art of War. Sun Tzu. S-U. S-U-N-E-Z-U. The Art of War remains one of the most important texts on military strategy, influencing leaders in fields far beyond the military. All right, there he is. Sun Tzu. Anyway, so that was a 10-item category on warriors. And so I do have one more 10-item category on the key events of the Middle Ages. So if we hang in there, I think it'll show up on our screens. We'll all wait for it. Here it comes. Key events of the Middle Ages. So some of these might have already happened in our turning points in history. They might have. The city at the heart of this event was sacked multiple times in the final years. This event marked the end of an era, and again, this was the 476 CE. The empire in question had ruled much of Europe for centuries. Well, yeah, so what about Rome? What about Rome? Sounds like the name of a romantic comedy movie. What about Rome? This was not the fall of Constantinople. This one is. Rome has it. The fall of Rome, of course. Fall of Rome. 476 BC, or CE, not BC, CE, or AD. The final blow came from a Germanic king named Odoacer. This is traditionally considered the fall of the Western Roman Empire. As we remember, there it is. Cool picture. The fall, I like that one. Symbolic. All right, the robots are getting clever. All right, next up, Middle Ages. Remember, key events of the Middle Ages. He was a king of the Franks and Lombards before this event. He greatly expanded the empire through military conquests. This event occurred on Christmas Day. He was crowned by Pope Leo III in the St. Peter's Basilica. This event marked the revival of the title Emperor of the Romans. Yeah, you knew it, Dr. Stewart. Correct. This event is the, I guess this is key event, right? So this is the coronation of Charlemagne. Who knows the year? Coronation of Charlemagne. Established the foundation of the Holy Roman Empire and reshaped European history. It really was the kickoff for the Middle Ages, I would say. Anybody know when the coronation of Charlemagne was? It wasn't BC. Thousands, good guess. 800 AD. Before the 1000. Early. All right, here's another around the same. Well, not around. It's not exactly the same time. A little later, this event involved a pivotal battle in England. The invasion was led by a duke from Normandy. There's the key clue. The decisive battle was fought at a place now named after it. This conquest introduced Norman culture and feudalism to England. What's the event? I kind of just gave it away. The leader of this invasion became known as William the Conqueror. So you got the year correct. And was it the Battle of Hastings? They call it something else too. The answer I was looking for was the Norman Conquest, which maybe the Battle of Hastings is better. maybe Battle of Hastings is better. I like that. The Norman Conquest drastically altered the course of English history with lasting effects on its culture and law. There you go. Number 4. This was a military expedition called by the Pope to reclaim the Holy Lands. It led to the establishment of several crusader states in the Middle East. The expedition was initially motivated by religious fervor. Yeah, there you go, Mandel. You got it. That religious fervor. The goal was to recapture Jerusalem from the Muslim rule. This was the first of a series of religious wars known as the Crusades. And this was the first crusade. You got it, Doctor. The first crusade. Anybody know the year? When was the first crusade? Actually, it took 3 years. The first crusade had a profound impact on Christian-Muslim relations, I guess so, and the geopolitics of the Middle East. That started all the problems. 1044 is pretty close. How about 1096? 1096 to 1099. There you go. All right. Well, this was definitely a turning point in our overall history lesson just a little while ago. This document was forced upon a reluctant king by his barons. It was signed at Runnymede near the River Thames. Runnymede. You heard of Runnymede, guys? Or Runnymede. Yeah, Magna Carta. Correct. It limited the power of the monarchy and established certain legal rights. This charter is famously known as also known as the Great Charter. Did you know that? The Magna Carta, also known as the Great Charter. It's considered a cornerstone of modern legal and political systems, influencing constitutional law worldwide. And remember the year? We talked about the year. What year was it? Magna Carta. Sounds like my voice is starting to go. $12.15. There you go. Yeah, you have it. You knew it. All right, here we go. Number 6. This was also on our list. This one was also on our list. This is a cool picture of it. This event was caused by a bacterium transmitted by fleas. It resulted in widespread panic and social upheaval. See if you guys can remember anything from 5 minutes ago. It killed an estimated 1/3 of Europe's population. Okay, so Black Death or the bubonic plague. Rhombus, thank you. That's much more correct. Since we just talked about it 10 minutes ago. And do you remember the year? Who remembers the year of the Black Death, now known as bubonic plague, the devastating pandemic? The Black Death had a profound impact on European society, leading to major economic and social cultural shifts. So yeah, one of the key things was, right, they had no labor force afterwards. So it was very strange. All right, so they had to pay people to work in the fields and stuff more. They had to give away the land. Anyway, next up. This one was not on our list. This conflict was primarily between England and France. It was driven by disputes over territorial claims and the right to the French throne. The war saw the rise of national identities in both countries. It included famous battles like Agincourt and figures like Joan of Arc. Yeah. You guys all got that. It's called the War of Roses too, right? 100-Year War, War of Roses, isn't that the same thing? And what were the? It was 100 years. So what were the years, approximately? Anybody know? The 100-Year War shaped the future of both England and France, influencing their political landscapes and national identities. It was from Joan of Arc. That's a cool character. We're going to do a deep dive on the 20 unknown things about Joan of Arc. Close enough. 1337 to 1453. 100 years. Number 8. Now, this was on our list previously, on our major events in history, but it was called something else. This event caused a split between the Catholic Church, within the Catholic Church. Multiple claimants to the papacy emerged, creating confusion and division. It weakened the church's authority. It lasted for 40 years, during which time the church was deeply divided. This period of division in the church is known as the let me give you the years. 1378 to 1417. So that's barely still in the Middle Ages. We're almost to the Renaissance. I think it is the Protestant Revolution, but it was called something else. And in this case, we want the other name. I wanted the Protestant Revolution before. Now I want the other name. See how I am? Yeah. Great Schism, right? Great Schism. Yeah. All right, this one was in our other list too. These are all repeats. We didn't know. These are the Middle Ages. Who knew the Middle Ages actually so much happened? I thought nothing happened in the Middle Ages. This event marked the end of the empire that had lasted over 1,000 years. It was the final blow to the Eastern Roman Empire. The city was besieged by an army using advanced military technological for the first time. The leader of the conquering force was the Sultan Mehmed II. Sultan Mehmed II. This event is known as, yes, doctor, you are correct. Doctor! It is indeed the fall of Constantinople. A different picture of it. This one's got like boats and stuff. All right. And the single biggest event of the Middle Ages, and it signaled the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of the Renaissance. That sounds pretty important. This invention revolutionized the spread of information in Europe. It was developed by a German goldsmith. This invention is credited with helping to spread the Renaissance and the Reformation. Correct. It is the invention of the printing press by Mr. Okay, I think I made you guys get his first name before. What is the inventor's first name? Gutenberg. What's his first name? And the device is the printing press. Of course, the invention of the printing press is one of the most significant developments in human history, drastically altering the spread of knowledge and ideas. And then it's been overshadowed by the digital revolution and the internet. We couldn't play Quick Bite History. Johannes. Johannes Gutenberg. Johannes. All right. Well, sorry there were a few repeats there, but didn't know when I set it up. Anyway, thank you guys again for hanging out with me so long tonight. Hope everybody's having a good week. Everybody doing okay? Anything weird going on? There's nothing going on with politics or anything in the United States. We're cool. All right. Well, good. Let's see. I don't know what we'll do Sunday. I haven't figured it out yet. Are there any requests? I don't know if you noticed, Stuart, but we've done quite a few of your requests over time. Yeah, if you have any requests, let me know. Let me know. Either tell me now or send them in. Yeah, it must. I think it's on your end though, because I'm not getting a weak signal sign when it's slow on my end, and I am paying just a little bit for that uh, priority boost during the show. So I turn on my priority boost during the show, and that does seem to help. I haven't noticed a weak signal since I've been doing that. So anyway, seems like it helps. Yeah, Clint Eastwood stuff. Let's do. Yeah, I think Clint Eastwood's a good one. How am I going to remember that? I guess we'll go back and check out the transcripts. Top 20 video games. Not bad. I haven't done that yet, have I? I think I've got that list developed already. I think I do. So top 20 video. I think we had like icons of the 70s or something, and it had a couple video games in it. But we haven't done video games yet, I don't think. Yeah. So video games would be good for sure. Um, and Clint Eastwood, that's a good one. And then we could get granular, like we said. We could go into 20 things about Alexander. No, you notice those kind of categories are hard though, because the robots have to figure out what to draw. So the way I do that is I both go to Google Images or whatever, and I also go to two or three different AI generators and play with the prompt and see what wild stuff they come up with. And sometimes they come up with something cool. Like tonight we had that Fall of the Roman Empire. That was a pretty cool picture. Films directed by Ridley Scott is a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. There's quite a few of those. That would be good. Clint Eastwood, Ridley Scott. I always like to have at least one on some movie stuff or something. So I like to do that for sure. We were a little history heavy tonight. Definitely a little history heavy. All right. Well, take it easy, guys. I'm gonna call it a night, and we'll see you on Sunday for sure. Take it easy. I got to put on the intro. All right. Take it easy.